What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. How's it going, everyone? Thank you so much for joining us here at Two Gun Pixie. We do a video every day of the week, 2 on Monday, and I go live with playthroughs on Friday and Saturday night. Now, for these episodes, the Tabletop Takeout episodes, they're not full reviews or how-to plays. They're simply the bullet point reasons as to what it is that I enjoy about a particular title. So why don't you join me down at the table, my friends, and I'll tell you what it is that I have enjoyed about tiny, epic mechs. There are a lot of games in the tiny epic universe. It just keeps growing. The games may be tiny, but the universe certainly isn't. Now, I just want to start things off, especially for my regular viewers and the ones that have been with me for a while, or just the ones that watch my tiny epic videos. Yes, it is true that in the past I've said that tiny epic mechs is not in the top of my list, but that does not mean that aren't aspects of this game that I don't enjoy. There certainly are. And that's another reason why I enjoy this series of Tabletop Takeout, because it's not a review. It is exactly that, just bullet points. Like I say at the beginning of every episode, it's just bullet points as to things that I like and enjoy. And I think in most games you can find things that will fit that category. So why don't we take a moment and go over a few of the things about this game. Though it's not top of my list with the TE universe, it is something I still enjoy. I really do enjoy the rather hardcore head-to-head attitude of combat, or sometimes head-to-head-to-head, or head-to-head-to-head-to-head. But I do. And there are different aspects to this, because the game plays differently with multiple players, and therefore it's going to give you a different feeling. Like with a two-player game, it usually ends up feeling almost like a Cold War battle, of less direct combat and more just seriously trying to get the area control under your control. Well, when you enter in with a 3 or 4 player game, there's going to be a lot more combat. There's going to be a lot less trust between the players when you add more players to that mix. It also makes it easier for alliances, no matter how temporary they are, to be formed to take another player down or just massively damage them. So altogether, the game is going to give you different strategies that you're going to need to play, while at the same time trying to deal with what's happening outside of the control of your strategies. Now, one aspect of the strategy part of this game is the fixed movement. Now, to me, it kind of reminds me, when I was a kid, I had this electronic toy called Big Tracks. And it was a sci-fi looking kind of tankish Jeep thing. And it wasn't remote control. You programmed the movement into it on the top of a keyboard. How many feet forward, how many feet right, left, stop, fire your blaster 3 times, things like that. So it's very programmed. And I don't really like that in board games, I have to admit, but for some reason, the program movement, the card choices in this game does really work. It doesn't feel like it was just slapped on to do something different from the other tiny epic games. It does feel like it was something that's been heavily thought of to be incorporated into this game mechanic and this style of playing. So although it's not normally something I enjoy, playing pre-moved cards and stuff, it does work for this. I can't mention this without mentioning the item meeples. Item meeples are a really cool concept. Plastic little meeples with holes in the hands, maybe on the back or something, or the head, where you're able to put little pieces on it, little pieces of armor, little pieces of weapon, that you get during the game. And this way, your meeple on the board, or on the card in this case, is going to match what you have, what items you have, the weapons mainly, right? But also, I mean, don't forget, this is about a big mecha in the center of the board, and the first person that can build up and get to that mech is probably going to kick some butt. And even that, the mech comes apart and the meeple goes in. This is a great and fun concept. It's a little kitschy, but it works. It works for this game, and maybe that's why we don't see it with a lot of games, and it can get a little time-consuming sometimes, placing these little pieces on and off, especially when you got big hands and fingers like me. But it's still a fun concept. I still do enjoy it. The item meeples are cool. I do think that this game plays best with 3 to 4 players. You know, you can play it solo against an AI drawer deck, which has been hit or miss with me so far. But I think this really does shine with 3 players. 4 is also good, but when you have that 3, it's just an imbalanced number. So for combat situations, it's always a bonus. But 4 is also really good, and you can also set up team stuff 2-on-2 that way. So, you know, look into this game, watch a few playthroughs of it, make up your own mind. But those are the reasons, those are the bullet points that I have enjoyed when it comes to Tiny Epic Mechs.